What is up, guys? It's Swimmer here, back with some more Great League action. Today I'm going to be testing out a team that I actually saw on another YouTuber's channel, Pogo King, and I'll post the link to that video in the description. They certainly do a better job with this team than I do, so hopefully they will be an example of what to do, and this video is more of an example of what not to do. So the team is Skarmory, Whiscash, and Vigoroth. Skarmory on the lead wins a lot of neutral matchups and has a really strong matchup against grass types, and Vigoroth is there in that safe switch option. So you might notice that this team is not particularly strong against Azumarill. Probably all three of these Pokemon have slight losing matchups against Azumarill, but it is fairly strong against Registeel, with Whiscash and Vigoroth both having pretty good matchups there. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So this was my first time using this team. I saw the video and I was like, oh, I have all those Pokemon ready, so let's go ahead and try it. And so this first match, we land a perfect lead. It's Meganium. And then they go into Azumarill, and I actually blind swap here into Whiscash because I know that having Whiscash face up against Meganium is a disaster. So I want to get my Whiscash in against Azumarill to make sure that it's able to be relevant in this fight. So just going to be going for Mud Bombs here. Tried to go for double Mud Bomb and stop them from getting the bubble through, but they did get a bubble through. So going to shield this next Ice Beam because I want to win switch advantage. Keeping my Skarmory against their Meganium is definitely worth a shield. And here, going for another Mud Bomb. We might get a shield or we might get the health. We do get a shield, so that's actually really good for us. We're able to get to a second Mud Bomb before they get to another charge move. So we actually end up coming out of this match. Oh no, they double shield. So we're going to go ahead and shield. We're going to be able to get to another Mud Bomb before they can get to another charge move. So go for the Mud Bomb. They do a great swap onto their Meganium, but that's totally fine because we're going to be able to now to swap into Skarmory, and they've locked themselves into that matchup. So going to go try and farm them down some. I tap the Sky Attack, hoping to get it before they get to a charge move. Unfortunately, we CMP tie. And I really should have undercharged this more. I undercharged a fair bit, but it still takes them out. So not a great situation for me. It is a Registeel coming in, so I'm just going to try and do as much damage as I can with Sky Attack before Skarmory goes down. And I'm looking at my switch clock, waiting for my switch clock to come up. And they actually go for the Flash Cannon, so this is good. I'm going to go straight into Vigoroth. They bring out their Azumarill, and again, we CMP tie, so they're able to get off another charge move. Given that, I really wouldn't have wanted to use the Body Slam, so that is not a good situation for me, wasting all this energy when I could have farmed down. But we're still okay. This is going to be Flash Cannon probably to take us out. It is taking us out. We're going to come back in with Whiscash and hope to get off a Mud Bomb. And we do manage to get to a Mud Bomb in time. So this is okay. This is going to get them very, very low. And we get them very low, almost able to Mud Shot them down. And then I make a huge mistake here. You guys see I had the Sky Attack ready and waiting. Skarmory wins CMP tie against Registeel, but I came in and I went for a single fast move. If I'd gone for the charge move, I would have won that match. So really close match. I had 3 mistakes. The not undercharging on the Meganium, or not throwing the charge move earlier in the first place. CMP tying on the Azumarill and wasting the Body Slam, and then not going for the Sky Attack. So that was not great. Here we get an Altaria. This is actually a pretty neutral matchup, surprisingly, even though Skarmory is resisting all of Altaria's attacks. And so we're going to stay in this. Skarmory should win in the 0 and 1 shield situations. So they're able to get off another charge move here. I do go ahead and shield. And then I'm going to drop a Sky Attack. I want to keep just a bit of health on my Skarmory in case they've got something in the back. They go ahead and shield. Hopefully I can get to another sky attack, and I do get to the sky attack first, so this is going to be taking them out for us to win switch advantage, but you can see that it was a very, very close match there. So they come in now with Azumarill, and this isn't great for me because Azumarill beats both of my Pokemon in the back. So I go into Vigoroth, but I actually think that was a mistake. I think going into Whiscash would have been the smarter play. Able to get off the Body Slam. This Body Slam span is going to add up. I'm pretty sure this is an Ice Beam, so I'm going to let it come through. It is an Ice Beam, so that's quite good for me. I want to see if I can get a shield with my Body Slam, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this Ice Beam. Should be able to get to at least 2 more Body Slams. Go for the Body Slam here. And we do get a shield. That's really good for us. I'm going to go for Body Slam again. And then I'm going to switch out into Whiscash to try and start getting ahead on energy. So Whiscash is coming in. We lag a little bit here, which is really unfortunate because they've got Venusaur coming in, but that's okay because I'm going to be able to get to this Blizzard. And this is going to absolutely destroy this Venusaur. So it's able to take it out in one shot. Then they are able to get to the charge move to take us out. That is totally fine. Because Vigoroth should be able to get to a Body Slam first. However, somehow that Azumarill's had more energy stored than I thought, and they're able to beat us to the Ice Beam. So super, super close match. Was at the Body Slam at the end there, but my opponent was able to get to that charge move first. So really, really close. 2 really close matches that were losses, but they very easily could have been wins. So here we catch a Toxicroak on the lead. That's pretty good for us. They switch into Registeel, and I'm having some major lag issues here. You see, I try to switch twice, finally switches to Whiscash, but at this point I'm way behind on energy, so this is very frustrating when this happens, but all you can do is just sort of roll with it. So I'm going to go ahead and shield the Focus Blast, and then go for the Mud Bombs against this Registeel. So connect with one Mud Bomb, connect with the second one here, and we get actually quite unlucky. They survive with 1 HP, so they're able to get off another Focus Blast, which is really unfortunate. So that gets us fairly low, and it's Azumarill coming back in. We're going to go ahead and go for a Mud Bomb, just to try and do as much chip damage as we can. Really wish that we had all that health now, but that's okay. Going for another Mud Bomb. Gonna try and force this Azumarill to use its energy to take us out, or else take a ton of Mud Bomb damage. And they do go ahead and use a charge move here, so this is good that we're getting them to use some energy. Going to go into Vigoroth, and they come into Toxicroak, which lets me swap into Skarmory, and drop the Sky Attack right away. So this is going to take out the Toxicroak. Yeah, Toxicroak goes down, and in comes the Azumarill, and this is looking pretty good for us. Gonna go ahead and shield this. Was worried it could be a Hydro Pump, and it was. They've got 2 shields left, but they're quite low. They're gonna have to shield everything we throw at them. So the Sky Attack we're gonna be able to get to before they get to another Hydro Pump, which is gonna force the second shield, and then Vigoroth is just going to need to get to 1 Body Slam to take them out. So they get shield the Sky Attack there. This Hydro Pump is going to take us out. It does take us out. That's just fine. Vigoroth comes in and gets off the Body Slam, and this is going to get us the game. So first win with this team. Definitely probably should have been 3 wins so far, but like I said, this is kind of a video on how, what not to do with this team. And this is just the sort of stuff that happens when you're experimenting. So wanted to make sure that I showcased some losing sets as well, just because when you change up your team, it's bound to happen. So here we catch an Umbreon on the lead. I'm not really familiar enough with this team to know how this matchup goes. I think that Umbreon wins, though. So I'm going to go ahead and let the first foul play come through and then go for a Sky Attack. I don't expect them to shield. They don't. We see the Sky Attack come through, and then I'm going to shield this second foul play and actually swap out into Vigoroth. I want to start to get some damage on with counter, and then they bring in Defense Deoxys, which is not a good matchup for Vigoroth at all. It's going to be taking super effective damage from counter and dealing resisted damage back. Body Slam spam is going to do a fair bit, but not a lot. The Rock Slide coming through, going to get us fairly low. Going for a Body Slam again. Hopefully they'll shield this, and they do actually shield this, so that is about the only good thing we can say. And then I go into Whiscash, hoping that it's a Rock Slide Thunderbolt variant. However, and they Rock Slide the first one, so that's pretty good for us. Building up a lot of energy. Gonna go for the Mud Bomb here. Hopefully I can get to another Mud Bomb before they get to another charge move. Not gonna shield. Hoping again that it's Rock Slide. It is Rock Slide. And they actually swap into Altaria, so I'm going to go for the Blizzard here before I go down. I possibly should have baited first, but I'm going to swap back into Skarmory, go for the Sky Attack, which is going to connect. Yeah, they're down. They don't have any more shields, so I'm going to have to be shielding this Sky Attack or just leave me too low to really be of much use. So getting to another Sky Attack here, this is going to be getting the Altaria low, but not taking it out. We do get it low. This Sky Attack is going to take us out, and then we don't really have much play here, so they actually swap in their Umbreon into our Whiscash to drop a foul play, and that's going to take us out. So definitely that was not a particularly close match. They definitely outplayed me on that one. But that's part of learning a new team. You learn those matchups, and you have to play those matchups a few times before you figure out how to get them just right. So jumping into the last match here, we catch an Altaria on the lead again. So this ends up being a fairly neutral matchup. They go into Deoxys, and then I don't really know the best thing to do when they go into Deoxys. So I end up dropping a Sky Attack, and then I try and switch into Whiscash, but they're able to get off the Rock Slide. I'm going to go ahead and shield it. Bring in the Whiscash, trying to farm up some energy, going to over-farm a little bit, and then I go for the Mud Bomb here. They've built up a fair bit of energy themselves, so they are able to get off a charge move here, hoping it's Rock Slide, but it might be Psycho Boost. It is Psycho Boost, which is quite unfortunate, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the Mud Bomb right away. Psycho Boost is really spammy, and I don't want him to get off another one. So they bring in Altaria again. Gonna try and go for the Blizzard. Wasn't gonna make it, so I go for the Mud Bomb, but I'm hoping that they'll think that I got there and will shield anyways, and they do go ahead and shield, so that's good for us. Gonna come back in with Skarmory, and they swap out into Lantern. So this is looking okay for us. Gonna go ahead and shield the Thunderbolt. And then I'm going to build up to the Bulldoze and try and bait with Body Slam. So going for the Body Slam here, hoping to get the shield. We don't get the shield, unfortunately, so I'm going to go for another Body Slam. This is going to force the shield, because otherwise it would be taken out, basically. So they are able to get to another Thunderbolt here, which gets us low, but we're going to be able to get to another Body Slam, which is all we need to take out this Lantern. And then we just need to bring back Skarmory into this Altaria. And again, this is where it's just so surprising that this match is as close as it is, because Skarmory is resisting all of Altaria's attacks. So we're able to get off the Sky Attack to get them fairly low. They're getting off another Sky Attack here. This isn't going to take us out, but it gets us low enough that the Dragon Breaths do take us out. And then the Vigoroth comes in and is too low to make a difference there. So a bit of a tough set. We ended up going 1 out of 5, but 3 of those were really, really close matches that I think with a bit more experience I could have won. So, like I said, this is just part of trying out new teams, is you end up having some losing sets. The video in the description is a much better showcase of this team. It's somebody that's far more experienced with this team, and they do a really great job with it. So go ahead and check that out if you want to use this team. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next.